Until today's news dropped, this was going to be a completely different video. Check this out. Amorim and Højlund work on finishing in training. See how you can't see the net, right? No net to be seen, right? Have a look at this. Gone. Did you see the net bulge once? Let's have a look at this again. Amorim clapping him. He's through on goal. They've cut the net out. They've cut the net out of the clip. Again, I didn't see it bulge. Here we go again. Third time lucky. No net bulging. Mate, I saw this today. One of my mates sent me this. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Let's watch it one more time. This is Højlund. Amorim clapping him. Come on, please score. Nothing to be seen. Cut out. No net bulging. You see anything? And here he goes again, hoofs it. Absolutely shocking, mate. But, I was then hit with the amazing news. And let's face it, we knew it was coming, but it looked like it wasn't going to happen. Mbeumo. How do you say this guy's name, by the way? I've heard Mbeumo, I've heard Mbeumo, I've heard all sorts. I read it as Mbeumo. I need to figure out what it is. Anyway, 71 million. Manchester United have Klarna'd it. They're going to pay it in like 4 installments to make it work. Look, it is what it is. It's not my money. And if it allows them to buy more players, ideally a striker and a goalkeeper this summer, then no problem. I've got no issues with them Klarna'ing Mbeumo, whatever his name is. However, it is a massive signing and is in line with what I've been suggesting. Go back to what Fergie used to do, Prem proven, and we've done that with Cunha, we've done that with Mbeumo. Interesting statistic here, right? Mbeumo and Cunha combined scored 35 goals, right? 35 goals in the Premier League last year. I think it was 20 for Mbeumo, 15 for Cunha. Do you know how many goals Manchester United as a team scored in the Premier League last season? 44 goals. This is massive. This is 2 massive signings. Listen, I was really happy when we got Cunha over the line. Then there was this massive gap. I was seeing videos of Højlund like completely missing the net. And I was thinking, oh my God, it started so well this summer and it's not going well at all. We've missed out on all our targets. Delap, Gyökeres. The list has gone on. We've had players wear Aston Villa shirts. We've still got Sancho. We've still got Rashford. We've still got Anthony. It was getting majorly frustrating. And this video was going to be literally, Ineos, you have been nothing but a failure since you have arrived. But with this signing, the pressure has alleviated off them just a touch, because 35 goals added to a team that only scored 44 in the Premier League last year is massive. It is massive. So, massive signing. I'm so glad we got it over the line. And look, let's see. That's one issue kind of sorted for Manchester United, right? More goals in the team. Mbeumo's not quite a striker. He's more of a number 10/winger. So it's not quite problem solved in regards to striker. But just adding him to the team, 20 goals, it's just massive. So look, it's not quite problem solved, but a massive part of the problem solved. We still obviously have the goalkeeper issue, which brings me to the next part of this video. Let's go through the team now and how I think this team should be lining up next year with our new signings, right? We start off with this one here, right? Bear with me, let me just find this. So I made this before we signed Mbeumo, okay? We'll start at the back, right? We hadn't signed Mbeumo yet. This is where we were at before we were announced today that Mbeumo was signing for Manchester United, right? Let's start from the back. We've got Onana in goal. I had an interesting comment on my TikTok on one of the videos that I made about Onana, which I found really funny and so accurate, right? The only keeper in the league worse than Onana is our second goalkeeper, Bryan Mbeumo. We are in trouble in the goalkeeper position. Major trouble. But anyway, we've got Onana in goal. That's what we've got. I'm really hoping this problem gets solved. And in another lineup that I'm going to put up on the screen shortly, I have a bit of a few signings that I wish and hope will happen, and the final team that I'm hoping we will start the season with. But anyway, we've got Onana in goal. We'll play 3 at the back with De Ligt, Maguire and Euro. Yeah, let's hope they all stay fit. Fair play to Maguire, by the way. Like, I mean, we can look at this 2 ways. We've got such major problems that Maguire's not the laughing stock of the team anymore. He's actually not an issue anymore. That's how bad we have got. Or the other side of it, the geezer's put his head down, right? He worked hard, and now all of a sudden Man United fans are not talking about Maguire whatsoever, and we're happy with him in the team. Just unbelievable. What a professional. I will never forget when Onana first came to Man United. I think it was a pre-season game. It may have been one of the opening games of the season. Maguire made a mistake, and Onana ran over to him and shouted his head off at him. Because Onana had obviously came knowing Maguire's reputation and was trying to stamp his authority on Maguire and let him know, you're not going to make any mistakes with me in goal, mate. I'm here to change things. How that's aged, mate. Onana, you're an absolute liability. Way worse than Maguire's ever been. Honestly. Anyway, that's the back. Again, hopefully Onana will be sorted, but we move on. Let's go to wing-backs, right? Ahmad. I've been seeing a lot of people put Ahmad in number 10, right? No way. No way. Ahmad was absolutely sensational as a wing back, and I do not want Dalot anywhere near this team. He is not good enough. Fine, he can be on the bench, he can be someone we bring on. I do not want him anywhere near this team. Ahmad is absolutely sensational in that position. He gets up and down. He scored some sensational goals, I think, against Liverpool and Manchester City from that position. Play Ahmad right wing back. No questions asked. I'm going to touch on this a bit later because we've got a few players we still haven't got rid of. One of them being Anthony. I would rather play Anthony ahead of Dalot in that position. Maybe controversial. I don't think it is. I would put Ahmad first choice, Anthony second choice in that wing back position because he does run back, he does work hard, and I'd put Dalot as third choice in that position. Yeah. Midfield, Casemiro and Ugarte. Yeah, it's not perfect, but these two together, right? These two together have not played enough, in my opinion. And when they have, they've been pretty solid. They've got that South American connection. They've got that pride, and I like it when them two are midfield. Ugarte's got legs. It's not like he doesn't have legs. Casemiro doesn't. But together, I just feel like they are a lot more solid than any of our other partnerships, right? We have this habit of putting Bruno in this position, in this midfield role here, this number 8 role. We're wasting Bruno there. We're absolutely wasting Bruno in that midfield, right? We played him there in the Europa League final, and look where that got us. So for me, Casemiro and Ugarte in midfield. Mainoo does not get anywhere near it. Mainoo's not good enough. He's shown glimpses, right? He's not strong enough. He's not fast enough. Technically, he's good on the ball. He's got a good touch. He knows how to nutmeg someone. He knows how to drop his shoulder. He knows how to pass it into the net. I give him that. Can he pick up the ball in this position, turn, have his back to goal, have his back to the rest of the midfield? Can he take it off the defence? I don't think he can. We are still lacking that sort of player there. That's why Amorim was playing Bruno here, right? To be that player that takes the ball off the defence and brings it forward and links things up. Mainoo can't do that. Mainoo doesn't get anywhere near this team. I feel like Mainoo is more of a number 10, but he doesn't get into this team considering the signings that we now have. On the left wing back, I would have Dorgu. I'm going to touch base later on a signing I hope to get there. It's probably dreaming, but I wish and hope we could. Dorgu's been okay, but he's still not good enough for Man United, I'll be honest. But listen, he's a good signing. He's shown energy. The geezer can't kick a ball to save his life when he gets into the final third. I'm not even going to talk about Luke Shaw. For me, he doesn't exist in this team at all. But that is the defence, the wing-backs and the midfield. We move on to the front three, okay? Bruno has to be number 10 in this team, right? As I said, he's wasted in midfield. He does a job there, but he is wasted, right? Obviously, Cunha is the other player to be on the other side of that. And I would play Zirkzee up front. I think Zirkzee is a major, major player to look out for this season. I love his link-up play. I love his strength. I love the way he's got a great touch. He holds the ball up well. He links up well. He seems to be developing a fantastic relationship on the gram with Cunha. And I think Zirkzee is one of the players to watch out for this season. He may come across as a new signing. I don't think Zirkzee's a striker. I think he's more of a number 10. But before this Mbeumo signing, this would be the team that I feel is our strongest team right now. Let me know what you think. Comments are there for a reason. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. But that was, for me, the strongest team before we made the Mbeumo signing, right? We then signed Mbeumo, right? And I've had to delete Onana off of this screen, yeah? I'm in the hope that we get an Emi Martinez. Mate, I would even take a Ramsdale. I would have taken Kepa. But let's just hope. I've seen a few rumblings that Amorim really wants Emi Martinez. I like his personality. I know he completely threw Villa down the drain, really, in getting into Champions League football. He threw it away against us in that final game of the season. But I like his personality. He's made some fantastic saves last season. I would have Emi Martinez. The rest stays absolutely the same. Nothing changes, right? I would then have Bruno. I'd have Cunha, as you can see here. I know Mbeumo's probably favoured position would be where Bruno and Cunha is. I would play Mbeumo as a false 9. That's how I would play him, right? All three of them can switch in between each other, play him as a false 9. The geezer got 20 goals last season. He's got an eye for goal. He's got pace. This would be how I would line up. I would go nowhere near Højlund. I'd play Mbeumo as a false 9. Cunha and Mbeumo, there's 35 goals there. Bruno can get you some goals. What was it? I think it was 39 goal. I may be wrong, but it was 39 goal involvements last season. That front three there alone is unbelievable. You add in Emi Martinez at the back to shore things up a little bit. This midfield's not quite there, but this already is a top 10 team rather than a relegation scrap. That's what this is already, right? Massive, absolutely massive signings. And again, we've got Emi Martinez here in the white because it's not yet over the line, yeah? But if we get Emi Martinez, I repeat, if we get Emi Martinez, we've added 35 goals to our team. We only scored 44 in the Premier League last season. With the signing of Mbeumo and Cunha, that's 35 extra goals. Bruno with his 39 goal involvements also. If we play Casemiro and Ugarte, keep them fit, keep them consistent, build that South American relationship and pride. Yeah, that solidarity. Do not go near Dalot. Do not go near Dalot as a right wing back. Play Ahmad there, right? Dorgu on the left. Pray that De Ligt, Maguire and Euro stay fit. This team, I mean, I've been negative Dave for a long, long time. This team is already looking like we could be in the top 10, pushing for the top 6 if we build some momentum. Imagine we beat Arsenal opening game of the season. Onana, there's been some news that he's injured, right? He's going to miss pre-season or part of it. Maybe might not even make that opening game. I hope that really pushes us to feel we need to sign a goalkeeper, right? And look, with this team, maybe that's Ramsdale there with a point to prove against Arsenal in the opening game. Who knows? But with this team, man, you know, Arsenal still ain't got Gyökeres. Still ain't happened. If we hit the ground running, beat Arsenal in that opening game, I'll feel a lot more confident, guys. Massively more confident in this team, right? We move on to the dream team that I would hope to have come the end of the transfer window, okay? Which would change things up a little bit. So let's have a little look at this and let me know if you think this is even a tad bit possible, right? So Emi Martin is in goal. That doesn't change. The defence does not change, right? Ahmad stays as a right wing back. Ugarte stays in the team. Bruno drops back into that position where I feel he is a little bit wasted. But listen, he does the job, and the job that we're actually missing, which is collect the ball from defence and link things up, right? I'm going to go through a list of players that we need to get rid of, right? Garnacho, Rashford, Sancho, Antony. Garnacho, let's start with him, yeah? I would use him for a few swap deals. I haven't thrown all of those players that we've been linked with in the swap deals here. I would personally use him, and I mentioned this before, in a swap deal for Rafael Leão. Right, give Garnacho to AC Milan. He'll smash it over there in the Italian league. Give us Rafael Leão as a left wing back. He's Portuguese. Amorim will get the best out of him. This guy is a physical specimen, mate. He's a bit lazy, but if you can get the best out of him, you can make him feel proud to wear that Man United shirt. He will run up and down this gaff here, no problems. The geezer will be doing the bleep test up and down this pitch. Absolutely smashing it. He'd be a nightmare for people, right? I would then drop in Mbeumo in front of him, to the right of him, in that number 10 role, interchanging between the two. It would be scary. It would be scary, right? The other side of that, you got Cunha and Ahmad interchanging between the two. It would be scary. I know it looks like a very attacking team, but who cares? Make it work. You know, we've got 3 defenders at the back for a reason. Right? You've got Ahmad and Leão beasts running back and forward. This looks scary. And then the dream signing of Osimhen up front. Right? I don't think that's going to happen. It looks like more than likely we will stick with Dorgu here instead of Leão. And we will use Garnacho as a swap deal, believe it or not. Chelsea doing us over once again with Nicholas Jackson. I've read giving Garnacho to Chelsea and getting Nicholas Jackson. You know what? I'd take it. He works hard. I'm not sure he scores. He scores more than Højlund. I'd take it. I know it sounds crazy. I would take it. Mate, you saw Garnacho wear an Aston Villa top. Tell Aston Villa, here, take your boy. He's dying to play for you. I'm not a fan of Ollie Watkins. I mean, he's a fantastic player. He scored 15 goals, but he's 30 years old. But you know what? If it means getting rid of Garnacho, getting Ollie Watkins in. Garnacho's already worn an Aston Villa top in pre-season. Give him to Aston Villa. Give us Watkins. Put Watkins where you see Osimhen here. Yeah? We take a look at that team now, and all of a sudden, Negative Dave is changing to, this team should be making top 4. This team should be making top 4. Amorim has no excuses if this was the team that he got. I'm dreaming a little bit with some of these signings, but Amorim has no excuses if this is the team he got. Sancho is apparently, we're paying 5 million so that he goes to Juventus. What a madness, really, right? Sancho. What a terrible signing. I mean, he's up there with one of our worst ever signings, right? I mean, who's worse? Who's worse? He posted, was it 3-4 hours ago today? Have a look at some of these. He's posting his earrings, posting his chain by his trousers, and I mean, what the hell? Like, you just, you know, you don't know. I mean, you know what it is? You grow up looking at footballers like they're older than you, and I realise now I'm older than them, but I still feel like they should be behaving as adults, if that makes sense. But I need to remind myself that these guys are young. They're kids. But you just see this and you think, what's going through your head, bruv? Like, you can post whatever you want on your social media, yeah? But your career's going down the gutter, pal. No one wants you. We're having to pay to get rid of you, mate. And you're posting... Oh, man, it's just beyond me. I'm not going to waste any more time with him. Then we got Marcus Rashford, who's dying for a move to Barcelona, but they want Luis Diaz ahead of him. So we've still got a lot of players and problems that we cannot get rid of. Antony, as I said earlier, I'd keep him. I'd have him as a backup to Ahmad, and Dalot as third choice. That's where I'm going with that, guys. And again, in this final team, I haven't put Zirkzee, but I feel like he is the one to look out for here. He is the one to look out for this season. I feel like he's going to step up. I like his temperament. Remember when he got booed by our own fans? I hated that, by the way. I remember when he got booed by our own fans. He didn't deserve it. And the geezer came back, put his head down. He's got the right attitude. He's got the right body. He's got the right strength for the Premier League. I know he's not Prem proven, but I like what I see with him. So fingers crossed that I'm writing this and he's the one to look out for. I know he's not in my final dream team here that I'm hoping works out for Man United, but I feel like he's the one to look out for. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. I've got a lot more videos coming over the weekend. It's been a big gap since I did my last video. But Cunha and Mbeumo have been signed by Manchester United. Both of them are in the bag now. I repeat, that's 35 goals added to the team in a team that only scored 44 goals last year. It is massive. We still have the goalkeeper problem though, guys. We need that sorted. And if we can get a striker, I'm comfortable with playing Mbeumo as false 9, but if we can get a striker in this now, use Garnacho in a swap deal, whether it be for Jackson, whether it be for Watkins, whatever. If we can by chance get an Osimhen over the line, wowzers. This may sound crazy. I've still got the slightest bit of hope and prayer that Gyökeres can sign for Manchester United. Arsenal fans might be laughing at me, but he's not over the line yet. Just maybe, once again, we'll be having a last laugh on Arsenal. Catch you on the next video. Boom.